my March reading wrap-up, even though I'm technically late. I'm also going to be doing my April TBR. So, yeah. So the first book I read in March was actually part of a series because I'm always in the middle of a series for some reason. And it was As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is the third book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. I don't even know where to begin with this book. It was so good. Like, it was genuinely, like, first of all, the series is amazing. If you haven't read it, go read it. Obviously, it's a murder mystery, which I don't typically read murder mysteries, but this was an exception, and it's so good. It's a murder mystery. It follows Pippa, and that's all I think I can really say without giving away any spoilers. But it was really, really, really good. The ending was absolutely incredible. I cried because, like, I can't say much because I'll spoil the whole thing. But just read it. I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars, I believe. Yes, 5 out of 5 stars. Go read it. Go read it before the show comes out, because the show's coming out, guys. And I'm so excited. Go read it. Go read the entire series. It's good. And if you don't like murder mysteries, this is great. This is, because it's like, I don't know, you should just read it. Read it. Read it. Read it. Also, off topic, look at my little cup! Isn't it so cute? I got it at a party yesterday, and I took it because Mirrorball by Taylor Swift. Duh. Even the party was 70s, like, disco themed, but I will relate anything to Taylor Swift. Just give me an excuse and I will do it. So obviously I had to take one home. Okay. Next, I read My Dark Romeo by Peter S. Huntington and L.J. Shen. What can I say about this book? Obviously it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. It's enemies to lovers, I guess, kind of dark romance. I don't know how I feel about it, because it wasn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't good either. It was okay, I guess. Like, there were some scenes that the banter was really good. The enemies to lovers was enemy. Is that the right word? It was just, it was really good in that sense. Like, I don't know. I don't know my thoughts on this book. I've had some time to sit with it now, to think about it, and I just don't know how I feel. Because it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my god, amazing either. It was okay. I mean, it was I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, that feels accurate. But one thing I can say about this book, look at the cover. Look at the cover. Appreciate that. That is beautiful. That's probably my favorite part. That's not true. That's really mean. It was good. It was okay. Yeah. Okay, next. And actually, every single other book I read this month was on my Kindle. Because, I don't know, I just didn't feel like reading anything on my physical TBR, so I just read everything on my Kindle. Plus, reading on my Kindle is just, like, much faster. And I was kind of getting into a slump, and I didn't want to be in a slump. So I thought reading on my Kindle would help with that. So the next book I read was Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, which is the first book in the Vancouver Storm series. It is a hockey romance book. And I'm really disappointed by it. I saw it in a vlog, by Destiny Sidwell. If you haven't watched her videos, you should go check her out. She's amazing and I love all of her videos. She read it in a vlog and she said she really, really loved it. And so I decided I wanted to give it a try. But it was just, the beginning was really good. It was really, really good at first. I loved their banter. I loved, it was close proximity, kind of friends to lovers. They met originally in high school, and then years later she starts working for him, taking care of his dog. But they pretend that they don't remember each other, even though they had big crushes on each other back in high school. But the other person didn't know. And so it was really good at first, because then you get to see, like, oh my god, like, I can't tell her that she's, like, my crush. And it was really, really good at first, and I loved the banter. And then it just went downhill from there. They were really cringy once they got together. Like, it was, like, actually, like, weird, like, gross. Like, I didn't like it. Like, it was, they were so cringy, and it was, I don't know, I didn't like it. They were, And she was a singer, which usually, like, singers in books don't really go well. And it was just, like, every 5 seconds she'd be like, I'm gonna write a song about this. And I was like, please stop! Please stop! I don't know. I didn't like it. It was really cringy. Like, the beginning was really good. It had so much potential. And then the end just let me down. It was not good. And I'm really disappointed by it still, because I just thought it was gonna be so good. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Because, again, the beginning was really good, and then the ending just wasn't. The ending just kind of fell flat. So, yeah, that's it. Also, completely off topic, but look at my nails. I'm really obsessed with them. They're so cute. They're Harry Styles inspired, because Cherry by Harry Styles. Also, speaking of Harry Styles, and again, not on topic with the video, like, at all, I just got my pair of gazelles. They haven't gotten here yet. I will probably film me getting them, because I'm so excited about them. I saved up money for them, I worked for them, and I'm so excited, and they're getting here on Wednesday, and I'm so excited! Okay, back to the video. Okay, next, again, I read it on my Kindle, and it was King of Greed by Anna Huang, because if anybody was gonna get me out of a book slump, it was gonna be Anna Huang. She's just the queen. Like, I literally can't. Like, if I read the Twisted series by her, loved it. This is her new series, King of Sin. It's the 3rd book in the series. It is second chance romance, which normally I don't love second chance romance, because if it's a second chance, there's, like, a reason, like, he did something usually, and it's just like, I don't like all that, you know? But this one, it was so good. It was so good, and I can't, this is probably my favorite Anna Huang book so far, because I felt like I was expecting, like, a quick, easy read, because that's what Anna Huang books are, and they're amazing the way that they are. Quick, easy romance reads. But this one, I felt so many emotions. Every time she would speak about, like, why they ended things, I was like, oh my god, girl, I feel you! Like, I felt so bad for her. It would bring tears to my eyes. Like, the way she wrote it was so amazing and beautiful. But then on the other hand, you would get his feelings, and you would, like, genuinely see him grovel and feel bad. And I love some groveling. Like, if a man is gonna grovel, he's gonna do it good, and he did, and it was so good. And you would see all his emotions and all of his regrets, and, like, both of their insecurities and feelings towards each other. It was just so good. And, like, they would say some things, and it was like, oh my god, like, I feel that a little too much. Like, this is like a quick, easy romance. I'm not supposed to be feeling all these things. And I will do anything. A good book will make you feel something. I read a book to feel something. And when a book makes you feel all those emotions, that's how you know it's good. And I was not expecting that from, like, a quick, easy romance read. And it was so good, and it is probably my favorite Anna Huang book so far. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I again read on my Kindle. I read Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. And I cannot tell you a single thing about that book. And I read it like less than a week ago. Give me 1 second. Okay. I remember now. Okay. It is a mafia romance book. So obviously dark romance. And it was another book that kind of just fell flat for me. It was like, you know, like it was, like it wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It also felt way too short. Like, romance books, you want them to be short. Like, there's no need for a romance book to be over like 200, 300 pages. Like, if your romance book is over than that, you need to cut some things out because there's no need for a romance book to be that long. But this one just felt really short. Like, it was supposed to be an enemies to lovers arranged marriage, and they were like together by like chapter 2. And I was like, weren't you hating on each other like less than a chapter ago? Like, what happened? And it was good. Like, at first, like, the enemies bantering was good. And then, like, when they were together, it was good. And it was kind of cute at times. You know, and, like, it had some good things here and there. But overall, it was, like, the enemies to lovers isn't enemying at all. Like, it was just, like, they hated each other the first, like, 2 chapters. And then they were together. And I was like, what happened? You cut me off short. And then it felt short. It felt rushed, kind of like it just ended suddenly. Like, not it ended suddenly because the ending was good. It was just rushed, like short, like I needed more, you know? Like if they're together by chapter, like 3, it wasn't enemies to lovers, you know? It was they had one fight and then got together. Like, it was just like, whatever. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Just another kind of book that fell flat. Then I read Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas, and I was actually kind of scared before going into it because Penelope Douglas is known for writing kind of like dark romance books and like some crazy type of stuff. And Birthday Girl is not like, it's not dark romance at all. It is an age gap romance. She dates her boyfriend's dad. Like, it's one of those. And so I heard about it before and I was just curious and I kind of read it because I was curious. And it was okay. He would say something sometimes and I'd be like, maybe don't speak ever again. But then he would, like, make up for it, like, immediately after. Like, he'd be like, oh, that was wrong, I shouldn't have said that. Like, he knew it was wrong, but I don't know if that really makes up for it, because you still said it. And and it kind of, she was 19, and he was, like, 30, he was 38, and she was 19, dating his son. Yeah. It was kind of giving Taylor Swift and John Mayer. Like, should I be playing Dear John right now? Or it was odd. It wasn't all bad. Like, I was expecting way worse. It was okay. Was it kind of weird at times? Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was weird. The age gap was weird. The fact that he would say some pretty, like, weird things, like, misogynistic undertones in there, and I was just like, oh, like, let's just not do that. But overall, like, I guess it was okay. This was just not a good reading month for me. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Because I actually still don't even know what to rate it. 2 stars feels too low, because there were some scenes that were good. 3 stars feels too high. 2.5 also feels too low. And I don't know. So I just fell with 3 stars because I felt like that was pretty medium. I don't know. It was okay, I guess. So that was all the books I read for March. Now I kind of want to get into my April TBR. Do I have any clue what I actually am going to end up reading? No, not really. I'll probably tell you that I'm gonna read any certain books, and I'm probably gonna lie to you straight to your face, cause I'm kind of a mood reader, so I don't ever end up actually reading what I say I'm gonna read. We'll just see how it goes. You'll see next month when I pop back up and tell you that I did not read a single book I'm going to say I'm gonna read. So yeah. Okay, so the first book I'm planning on reading in April, or technically I already started because I started today. Today's the first day of April because I'm filming my wrap up kind of late, is Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. And it's part of the Boys of Tommen series, which if you watched my other videos, or my other video, you'll know that I absolutely love this series. It is the 4th one in the Boys of Tommen series. And I'm really excited, and if you still haven't read the Boys of Tommen series, literally, what are you doing? Literally, go read it. Literally, have you learned nothing? Have you learned nothing? Yeah. So, the next book, or books on my April TBR, is the rest of the Knock 'Em Out series. This one is Things We Left Behind. I'm missing the second book and this one to finish the series. So I need to read Things We Hide from the Light. This is the 3rd book, Things We Left Behind. Do I have the 2nd book? No, not physically. I can read it on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not gonna do it until I have the 2nd book, because that's just the way my brain works. I have the 1st one, I have the 3rd one, I don't have the 2nd book. Yeah, and I'm not going to read it until I have the 2nd book. Am I going to be able to buy the 2nd book? Probably not, because technically I'm on a book buying ban because my mom got mad at me and I'm not allowed to buy any more books. But I'm going to make myself finish the series, or pray and beg my mom to let me buy the 2nd book so that I can finish the series. This one's the 3rd one. It's a signed edition. That's why I have the 3rd one and not the 2nd one, because I saw this at Barnes & Noble's and I saw that it was signed and I needed it. So there it is, signed by Lucy Scar herself. The first one in the series was really good. I really liked it. And so I'm excited to read the rest. We'll see if I actually end up reading it though. Yeah. So the next book on my TBR is this book called Things Promise by AJ Towns. It is, I have no clue what this book is about. I met the author. I was at a little cafe with my friends, and the author was outside the cafe selling her books. And she's a freelance? She's a small author. I think she's actually still in college. It says that on the back, I think. I think this is the first book she's released. It's a fantasy, and it was really, really cool. She gave it to me for free, which was really sweet of her. She drew her own maps, which is really cool. And she made this thing with her characters in it. And this is part of the map, I believe. She drew it. And this little bookmark that has the tropes in the book, which I thought was also really cool. And it was super sweet of her. She gave it to me for free, because I was gonna buy it from her, but I didn't have any money on me at the time, and so she just gave it to me for free, and I thought that was super sweet of her. And so yeah, and I actually followed her on TikTok, and she DM'd me, and I told her that I was going to read it, but I'm a mood reader, and I feel really guilty because I told her I was going to read it, and I still haven't. And that was 2 months ago now, so I need to get on that at some point. Will I? I'll try. We just never know. We never know. The next book that is on my April TBR is Dune. The movie came out. I haven't watched it. The second movie came out recently. I obviously haven't watched it. And I'm not sure. I think this has all the Dune books in it. It's a special edition. And my mom bought this for me when the first movie came out. Like, she bought it for me for Christmas. Did I want the book? No. She got it for me because every single time the trailer for Dune would show up on TV and Timothée Chalamet would show up on her screen, I would be like, oh my god, that's my husband! And so, like, and obviously Zendaya's in it too, and I was like, oh my god, look, Mom, Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, that's my husband. And so she bought it for me, which was really, really sweet of her. Mind you, this was like 3 Christmases ago or something, and I've never picked this book up. Because I never had any interest in reading it. Timothée Chalamet, like, hello? But I need to get to it at some point, because it's just been sitting on my bookshelf for years. And the movie came out, and the second movie came out, and it's a sci-fi, which I don't read sci-fi. I need to get to it at some point, though. I will. I'll try. We'll see. Next is kind of, like, odd. Not odd, but odd for me. Because it's not what I typically read, but it's another book that's been on my TBR for like a year. It is The Diary of Anne Frank. This was a birthday present that my friend got for me because it is one of her favorite books. It is also in Spanish. Now, I'm Venezuelan, so my first language is Spanish, so obviously I can read this and understand it. But I don't typically read books in Spanish only because I read romance, and romance in Spanish is really cringy. It's something about reading books in your own language that, like, literally, and it's not just me, I've heard this before, it just grosses you out for some reason. I don't know why, but it's like, I don't know, I can't read a romance book in Spanish. I don't know, it's just gross, like, I can't do it. But this is obviously not a romance, so I'll get to it at some point, especially because I am really interested in the Holocaust. It is something that, I don't know, has always piqued my interest. It's obviously a really sad story, but it's very intriguing the way that just happened in such a wide, like, expanse, and nobody knew about it. And it was so much pain and so much tragedy. Can't speak. And I don't know, it's something that's always piqued my interest, and obviously this is something that I think I would enjoy because the Holocaust is something that's always interested me. But I'm not very much of a biography type of girl. Like, I can't do it. I don't know why. But I do want to read this because it is something that's very important in history, and I think that it should be talked about, and I should learn about it because it is such a big, important part of history. So I'll get to it at some point. I promise. Gabby, please don't kill me for not reading this yet. I'll get to it soon. I promise. Okay. So the next book, it's called King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. It's part of the Grishaverse. And I say I'm gonna read this, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm probably not. It is part of the Grishaverse, which I read Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows. Shadow and Bone was like, okay. It was good fantasy, yeah. But Six of Crows was amazing. Was life-changing. I have never been the same. It was just, I genuinely, like, I don't think I'll ever move on, and the second book just absolutely destroyed me. And I genuinely cannot look at a plate of waffles the same anymore. And if you've read the book, you'd understand. But yeah, this is part of the Grishaverse. It is a spin-off technically of Shadow and Bone. It was a character in Shadow and Bone that I was really interested in, and I did want to know more about him, and it's been on my bookshelf for maybe like 2 years now, because I wanted to read it after I read Six of Crows, because that's like, there's like a timeline that you read it in, and it's Shadow and Bone, Six of Crows, and then King of Scars. Or at least I think it's like that, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Shadow and Bone, King of Scars, Six of Crows, whatever. You can technically read it out of order too. Like, it's not a big deal. But I never picked it up. I don't know why. It's not that it doesn't interest me. I don't know. And it was also like, after I read Six of Crows, like, I was genuinely destroyed by that book. Like, it was just like, I didn't want to like think about it anymore. So yeah, I don't know. Shadow and Bone wasn't as good as Six of Crows, so I think going back into Shadow and Bone, or like that universe, was just like not something that really excited me, even though this is technically like a completely different storyline. I don't really know, but I'll get to it at some point. Hopefully this month, so that I can get it off my bookshelf. Next, prepare yourselves. Ready? Little Woman! Okay, so Little Woman is one of my favorite movies of all time. Now, don't hate on me because I watched the movie before I read the book. I don't stop, okay? I did watch the movie before I read the book, obviously, because it's on my TBR. I watched the movie not knowing that there was a book. I watched it on my friend's quince. We watched the movie and we watched it on her birthday. It was Timothy Chalamet was in it. Like, of course I was gonna watch it, and it was just like an absolutely life-changing movie. I've never been the same. It is one of my favorite movies of all time, probably ever. I think about it on a daily basis. Like, I will not lie to you. Like, it's just something that really impacted me. Jo March, hello, that's literally my queen. It is a movie that was so emotional for so many reasons. The sisters, Jo and Lori, Beth, like, everything about it. And the acting was so good. And Greta Gerwig, I love you. Every single movie Greta Gerwig has done, Lady Bird, Little Women, and Barbie, cried, destroyed, life changed every single time after I finished one of her movies. She's such an amazing director, and I love her so much. And so, because Little Women is one of my favorite movies, of course I need to read the book. But the book is like a classic. And I think it's written in like Old English, or Old English-ish, maybe. So that's gonna be hard to understand. And I think my friend tried reading it. She didn't finish it. And it's kind of slow. I will try and push through, but I don't want to end up in a book slump. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. This beautiful little masterpiece that I have right here was a Christmas present because, again, I love Little Woman. It is a special edition. It has all 3 of the Little Women books, which I didn't even know there was 3 books. I thought it was just Little Women. But there's apparently a series or like spin-offs of Little Women. And back here, look, there's the sisters. I don't know which one's which. You can't tell me. There's no names. If you can figure it out, I think that's Meg. This one's obviously Amy because she's the only blonde one. Or maybe this is Jo because her hair's short. Or maybe this is Jo. I don't know. But it's okay. It's pretty. Look at it. And it's heavy too. Like, heavy. So I'm not going to be carrying this around all the time. Look, there's like a little. I'm obsessed with it. Wait, that's not what I want. Like. So I'll get to it at some point, hopefully. Because, again, one of my favorite movies, so I do want to read it. We'll see. Genuinely, I don't know. Like, I don't know. The last book I want to read, I don't have with me. I don't even think it's on Kindle Unlimited. And I've been wanting to read it for a long time now. And I'm begging, or I'm going to beg my mom to let me buy it, which is Powerless by, I actually don't know. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's Powerless by Lauren Roberts. It is a fantasy. Everybody and their mother has been talking about it, has read it, and I just need to read it really bad because I have major FOMO. And also, I apparently missed the wagon where everybody was just talking about it. Like, I missed it. Like, it already happened. And I'm late. Also, off topic from books. Okay, let me talk about what I'm really excited for in April. The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift comes out April 19th. New Taylor Swift album, TS11. I'm scared because it sounds heartbreaking. The cover's heartbreaking. I got the special edition vinyl. I think it was the Albatross. I wanted the Black Dog, but it came out, I bought the Albatross and then the Black Dog came out, and I'm so sad and disappointed because I wanted the Black Dog really, really bad because Harry Potter, hello, Sirius Black, he is literally a black dog. Like, but whatever, I got the Albatross, which also, I got it because everybody was talking about the title and it just seemed really interesting, and I was like, I need that. So I got the special edition vinyl, and I'm really excited for it to come. I'm claiming, But Daddy I Love Him, because Harry Styles, the shirt. You know what I'm talking about. So Harry Styles and Taylor Swift, duh. But Daddy I Love Him. Also, the title just sounds freaking crazy. Florida, because I live in Florida. Claim. So Long London. It's 9 minutes long. All Too. Hello. So that's also a claim. And those are all the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Also, Cutting Gray's album comes out this month. I don't remember the date, but I know it comes out this month. And then Lizzie McAlpine's album comes out also in April. And then I think there's other releases, and I just don't remember. But yeah, that's what I'm excited for. I will probably try to film my reaction for the Tortured Poets Department if I remember. I'm probably not going to remember. I'll try. And that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go read a book. Read the Boys of Thomas series. I'm serious. You really need to read it. Also read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Also read Little Women. Or not read Little Women. Watch Little Women. But read it too. And that's it. Yeah. Bye.